All right, y'all, here we go. Back again for another episode of Bear Me with My Taco here. Gavin Venable, how we doing, y'all? Just letting y'all know, this one's going to be about the Great Sand Dunes National Park, and we're going to start this off with the Medano Pass, which actually is a 20-mile pass that runs through the Great Rocky Mountains, and it's just a bypass instead of going all the way around the mountains, which would have taken like another 3 hours or so highway driving. We could take this pass, and it cuts straight through the mountains and gets you straight into the Great Dunes National Park. So that's the pass that I took to get in. I stayed here somewhere like about halfway along the trail for night one. And in a second here, I'll show you guys a picture just kind of the pass and how it goes through the mountains and then the alternate route that I would have had to take. So here's that picture. Right about that halfway mark where that little hoop comes out, that's about where I stayed. But like I said, if I had chose to go around the mountains, it would have taken an additional 3 hours. And this way I get to do some off-roading, which I love to do with the new Tacoma Trail Edition. She handled it like a dream. You know, we had different obstacles. We had roots, we had rocks, we had sand, we had creeks. And here are just some clips of kind of that driving, like traversing that terrain. Like I said, a lot of rocky areas. We were in 4-low the whole time. Had to air down the tires after day one because there was a lot more sand. And I even had to step down a little bit more further in when I got towards the end of the Medano Pass because the sand there was super, super soft. But here we are, just kind of taking over some different terrain. This is some sand, big drops here. Truck handled like a dream, though. Can't complain. A little aerial footage. A lot of the terrain wasn't too bad like this. You know, it's just dirt road. Not really dirt road, but dirt trail. Not super bad. A lot of trees coming through the pass, obviously coming in the valley between two ridges of the mountains. A lot of trees growing up, a lot of wildlife. We saw chipmunks, deer, a couple billy goats, which I'll show you guys a clip of that later. Super cool little dudes. But had a great time. Honestly, the driving a part of this whole trip has been my favorite thing, whether it just be driving on the highway or taking these off-road routes. By far my favorite part, getting to test the abilities of this truck. Here I am setting it up for night one in the mountains of the Medano Pass. Super quick, per usual. You guys have seen this before. Doesn't take long. Undoing the cover, that comes off, and then actually I think this is me packing up. That's funny. I thought I was setting up. This is me packing up. Yep. First video clip of that. Doesn't take long at all. Picking up the trash, putting everything away, and here's just a little time lapse of me airing down the tires. Like I said, this is after night one. I knew there's gonna be a little bit more sand, a little more rocks. I wanted to air down a little bit. We took it down to about 25 psi here, and later on I'd take it down even further to about 20 for that really soft sand. But yeah, I have my own little portable air compressor, so it's super easy to air down and air up tires on the go. Here I am, you know, waving goodbye. End of night one, packed up, about to leave. Yeah, back on the road, hitting the trails again. More rocks here. A little bit more of a steep incline, some bigger drops. Taking me a little slower. Get some mud on the truck, looking pretty. Here's a couple of those creek crossings. Like I said, there was 9 total along the Medano Pass. Some of them deeper than others. Some of them were just, you know, a few inches. Some of them were about 1.5 feet, which made me a little nervous. And here I am. Here's just a clip of me, like the lengths that I went through to make these little clips happen. I'd have to set up the camera, go run back to the truck, drive the truck through it, come back up, grab the camera, clip that out. But yeah, super fun. Honestly, the recording these videos has been very entertaining for me. Gives me something to do, and obviously, you know, it gives me a little more time to spend out here in these beautiful places. So, no complaints there. Truck looks awesome. Look at her go. That's my girl, Tina the Taco, doing her thing. Hell yeah. Atta girl. Another little creek crossing. This one's a little deeper. Farther, so like I said, I tried to pull this and have to back up the camera, but you know, do what you do for the aesthetic of the video. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody's enjoying these videos. I'm having a fun time making them. gives, like I said, it gives me something to do, and I love seeing the comments and everything that people put on here, and keep updated with what I'm doing. And it's honestly just really cool for me to be able to look back on, but having a great time here. Those coasts that I was telling you guys about, I was a little worried if I stopped too long they might kind of come after me, but they were pretty cool. They were pretty chill. They were just hanging out. And here is a really good video of like the look of coming through this pass. So like I said, you can see we're in a valley. The two ridges of the mountains are on either side, and this is towards the end of the pass, because right beyond the mountains right there, you'll actually see the dunes, and you'll see that later on. But super fun. I had an amazing time coming through the pass, and honestly, probably my favorite part of the trip was just riding the trails out here. Obviously the sand dunes were really awesome, but the wildlife out here was just crazy, and the views and the water running through the mountains was super cool. Flying the drone through here, got to see some perspectives that most people don't get to see. Really cool footage with that as well, and yeah, it was freaking awesome. No complaints. Definitely recommend. I'll definitely be back here at some point. Want to get the truck a little more upgraded, like I've said a million times, but she handled it well. No complaints. Yeah, here is actually the clip of me coming through the final part of the pass. I made it out of the pass, but this is still technically part of the trail. It's about 2 miles of sand. So like I said, here before this is where I actually had to air down a little bit further. As per recommendation of the trail guidelines, it was 15 and 20 psi, but with me being a truck, I didn't want to go all the way down to 15. So I did 20, handled it really well. Some parts I had to go through a little bit faster than others, and this clip is sped up a little bit too. So I'm not actually flying through here like it looks, but if you look to the right, you'll actually see the dunes coming up into view, and they look small, but also those mountains in the background look small. So I know it's just the perspective of the GoPro, but these things are massive. I hiked up High Dune, which was an elevation gain of about 700 feet. So they're pretty tall, and they stretch out pretty far and wide. And I actually found out these dunes were made from erosion, because the mountains actually form a little peninsula, like a little valley around the dunes. And over thousands and millions of years, the erosion of those mountains accumulated into this little valley.
All right, good morning, y'all. Well, at least it's morning for me. We are out here. We just finished coming down the Medano Pass. It's a primitive road, about 20 miles of straight off-roading to get through those. The bottom end of the Rocky Mountains here. And yeah, so we are now made it through. The end of that trail leads you straight to the Great Sand Dunes National Park, which is where we are now. Hopefully that looks cool. I feel like it doesn't look as tall as it is, but that's pretty freaking tall. It's mountains of dunes. And currently we are going to do the hike to the High Dune, which is the tallest point in the Great Sand Dunes National Park. The High Dune is actually just the second tallest individual dune.
Sorry, y'all. So the wind kind of started to go crazy right here, and you couldn't hear anything I was saying on the GoPro microphone. So, like I was saying, High Dune is the tallest point, but Star Dune is actually the tallest individual dune. And I'm not hiking Star Dune, I'm hiking up to High Dune. But I also started to go into how the sand was really starting to wear me out and kick my badonkey donk right here. As you can see, super thick, sand was super soft. I was sinking a few inches with every step. But there's people around me. There were sledding. You can sand sled or sandboard, which I thought was really cool. So I thought about staying an extra day here to do those. And I was really regretting not renting one, because I was like, wow, it would be so nice to hike up to the top of this mountain of sand and then just sled or sandboard down to the bottom. But alas, we did not do that. So here, take a look at me being all goofy with my hat, glasses, and unshaven face. Yeah. Like I said, I know I look goofy, but it was to keep the sun and everything out of my face, so yeah.
Dunes are kicking my ass though. Sand, straight hills, but killer views. Can't beat it. Hey, y'all, how's it going? We're almost at the top. It's just right over there behind me. There's some people camped up there right now. Want them to do their thing. But yeah, I just got off the phone with my dad. I lost him, I guess, in between peaks of the sand dunes. This view is incredible, y'all. It's just crazy. Like the fact that these sand dunes are just out here in the middle of these mountains. Video is not doing it justice, but it's incredible. I am about 1.25 miles in, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're walking through straight sand like this, sinking a few inches every time with every step, you exert a lot of energy. And I started early enough to where it's not too hot. It's getting hotter every minute. So we'll definitely be sitting up here for a minute, catching my breath, eating some trail mix, and heading back down before it gets too hot. Really wishing I had one of those sleds, because there's a huge hill at the top of this, and it would be so fast to get to the bottom. But alas, here we are. Hair's going crazy frizzy with all this heat drying it out. But yeah, I'll take another video when I get up to the top, y'all. We're almost there. Keep y'all posted. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. Cannot complain. Absolutely living the dream. It's killing me, but it's the dream. All right, catch you guys later. All right, y'all. As I got closer to the top of High Dune, which is right over there, I just took this little detour over here. I decided to come over here to this hill, this dune, because I noticed that nobody had walked over here yet. And I thought it'd be crazy cool to be the first, at least in a while, since the sand's been reset by the wind, to climb up to my own sand dune. And as we approach the top of that, feeling pretty good. It's not nearly as sloped as the other spots to get up here. And I mean, just look at this stuff go. It's crazy. Crazy up here. Mountains everywhere, dunes everywhere. The Medano Pass that I took with the truck to get through, way over there. You can kind of see it between that peak right there and that peak right there, where that little valley is. The road comes through there. And then we drove another couple miles from there, kind of on the edge where that grass turns to sand. Had to air down the tires even more to about 20 psi, because it's really soft sand. And oh, slipping. We wanted to get some drone footage up here, but drones aren't allowed in the national parks, and I'm a good follower of the rules for nature. So there's our little path that we just made. Totally fresh, untouched sand out here. Not a soul. Lots of little ant people down there playing on the baby dunes. Not many of us can make it up here to the top. All right, now for the climb back down. Really wishing I had a sled right now, or a sandboard. Sandboarding would be more fun, but a little more skilled. So maybe just a sled. Thought I was done, but I'm not. Y'all, look at how much sand comes out of my boot when I take it off. And it's still coming, you just don't see it. It's all over me. All up over me. All right, now we're done. I'll take some pictures and then head back down and get some food in me, because I'm getting kind of hangry even, one might say. All right, y'all, catch you later.
All right, and just to show you guys that I'm not a total goober all the time, here's some cool video. I mean, like, I'm struggling to step on these dunes, but looks cool. This is just to show you like how tough it really was to walk through this sand. And here's some cool pictures of me just posted up on top of the dunes as well. So really great trip, had a great time. Like I said, definitely have to come back here at some point, try out the whole sandboarding thing. But until next time, guys, we'll be in Mesa Verde National Park, and I can't wait to show you guys episode 5. Have a good one, y'all.